What's up, guys, and welcome back to the garage. Like I mentioned last video, it's been really cold out here. I haven't had really much time to work on the car, so the temperatures got nice and warm today. It was about 60, so the garage is nice and I mean, it's decent. It's not really cold or anything, so I figured didn't have to run the heat and have all those fumes and everything around the garage. You guys might see my dog around, so she'll be my company for today. Like I mentioned last video, I did get the 90 to 93 Accord shifter, and I just ordered the Hasport shift plate. It was about $173 or $75 shipped. So in total, all in all, I have maybe like $200 or so in the shifter and the shift plate. Aside from that, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and get started on pulling all of the interior portions out, and I'm just going to take them all to the basement for now and then bring them back up once we're done doing everything else. So hopefully I get that shift plate within the next couple of weeks. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, so up first, let's get the seats out. I know these were a pain to get in, so they will be a pain to get out. So let's get to it. Alright, so this is always the fun part, is getting the bolts out. Alright, so this seat is ready to come out. Hopefully, let me get this up in here. Hopefully my dog doesn't decide to think it's a very good idea to attempt to get in the way of pulling these out, so alright, let's go. He's got pretty bad. The seat's got some really bad rust stain, I guess, from the cage. But I don't see any rust. Oh yeah, no, there is a little bit of rust on the cage. So these are definitely going to get cleaned, and I'm going to put some vinyl over this to make it look a little bit better. So things you got to do to make sure that your car looks good. Hopefully everything works out. So just gonna put you guys right here for right now. And all right, let's get the seat out. I honestly forgot how I got the seat in, but yes, we are going to find out. All right, so seat's pretty much loose. Oh my God, this is terrible looking. Oh, I'm gonna need new seats after this. All right. I just gotta finagle the seats in and out. I think laying them down might be a little bit better because it helps somewhat. All right, this rail's hitting. There we go. All right. Oh. Like I said, the cage is getting redone, so, or at least I'm putting vinyl around it, so it doesn't really bother me if the cage gets a little scratched up. As you can see, it's already kind of, it already has some wear to it, so getting in and out. And I wasn't the first owner of this car, so I mean, that comes with the territory. And Jesus, does this look dirty. So yeah, this thing's definitely getting cleaned out. So you guys can see the car used to be red, so I'm thinking either leaving this carpet, cleaning it up again, making it look a little bit newer, or spraying that black. But that would take a little bit more time that I really want to spend on this whole process, because I'm really anxious on getting the car to become all-wheel drive. So this is one of the things that I need to do. So let's go up to the other seat. Here, let's go ahead and take the center console out of the car. Now that I got all of the remaining harness stuff out, and this harness is going to get tossed away anyways, since I'm not going to need it, since I have a new one, but I might put it on the passenger side, not sure. So luckily I already had most of this stuff already out, because I was when I was taking the car apart, I had to go through some wiring and stuff like that, and I do have the fuel relay, the fuel switch relay down here, so it should be pretty simple to get all this stuff out real quick. So slide this out. This is out. Let's put it over here for now. Then the center console, or the remaining portion of it, and there's the relay. I might relocate the relay somewhere else, maybe back here somewhere where it's easily accessible, mostly because, you know, these things tend to go out a lot, and when you're running either a Walbro aftermarket fuel pump, and I think I'm going to put a inline fuel pump coming up for the all-wheel drive setup, because I'm trying to make at least 700 on a stock block, so that should be kind of nice. So let's get that out of here, and now it's up to get the passenger side seat out. So we go ahead and relocate the camera so you guys can see everything and get to work. Just walking over to the other side so I can get this seat out. Should be quite simple. Seat out through here. Shouldn't be that bad on this side. So once we get this seat out, then it's just the carpet essentially, and this is the part that we're really going to be focusing on once the carpet is out. Essentially just cutting this ring out to put the shifter plate on, which literally goes right on top of this. And as you can see, there's not that much that the shifter mechanism will actually sit down, since it's not that thick, which is kind of nice. So let's go ahead and get this out. Trying to maneuver seats out of here sucks. That's a little better. Alright. Alright, so that seat's out. I guess I'm going to try to work as much as I can on this side. Get this carpet out and all this plastic. So first let's get all this stuff out of here. Don't need this boot thing. Alright, so now that I got most of that stuff out, I'm just going to go ahead and put some of these tools away because I don't really need them at the moment. So I'll just lay them right here. So far it's not as bad getting these seats out, all the interior and everything else. I guess tackling the carpet is the next thing, and getting all this stuff tidied up. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick time lapse of that portion of it, and then we'll keep working on this as we go. that's essentially it. It's a very simple process. Hopefully within the next week or so, I should be able to get the rear diff mount kit and get the car over to HCP, have them install that, and then hopefully within the next, hopefully next week we'll get that shift plate, and then we can get started on cutting all that out. Just specifically this section, I think you still use some of the factory bolt holes, so I think you still use these two, but we may need to drill some over here, which isn't that bad. I'm figuring using I guess like a Dremel or something just to cut this down, that we don't have that sticking up. And then the next challenge is figuring out how to run the cables. We may be able to run it underneath here and then out the firewall, so I think that might be the best bet. If not, we'll just figure a way to run it right through. Next thing I do need to do is take out all of the heat components out. Aside from that, like I mentioned, everything's out, and it should be easy from here going on out and get everything set up. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in to Distraction Garage. At least we're getting some progress done on the car, and hopefully we can get everything ready to go within the next couple of weeks, and we should be good to go. Big shout out to everybody and all you guys that have been watching, everyone that's subscribed. We're slowly getting up there in numbers, so thank you guys very much for tuning in, watching, and if you guys have any suggestions on videos and what you guys want to see, please comment below, let me know. This is my first time doing most of these videos, so forgive me for any errors or anything crazy, but whatever, doesn't matter. I'm just, I just want to take you guys on this ride and make sure you guys see everything that we need to do to get this all done and this car ready and set to go for the all-wheel drive setup. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe and also hit the little bell icon to be notified whenever we post up a new video. And we'll see you guys next time. I'm out.